Tonight, sometimes a day spent with just friends is just what the doctor ordered.
We're on the road tonight and we're calling it the Red, White, and Brew Tour. That's next on the Weekly Pulse.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Weekly Pulse. I'm Amy Castelli.
And I'm Eileen McShea, and part of being healthy is every once in a while having a glass of wine.
Or two, or three.
We found a way to just
Yeah, we're actually at work, so
Yes.
this is very cool.
It's hard work, it really is. But as you can tell, we took the show on the road tonight.
Yes, we did, and we're going to be visiting a couple of wineries and a brewery. We're calling it the Red, White, and Brew Tour. Very clever.
Yes.
And we're starting at the Vermilion Valley Vineyards, a beautiful drive. It's right here in Northeast Ohio, and it's, gosh, a place to do something fun on a weekend.
Really, they're famous for their Cabernets, which I think you're going to try. I like the whites. I'm going to try the Moscato, but their grapes are unique here.
Yes, because they're estate grown, meaning they're all grown here on the premises, this beautiful fields. Love it.
Gorgeous. And the best part about it for me is you can bring your dog and make a day trip out of it.
Yeah, a fun weekend.
It really is. And good for you too. You know, it's really healthy. Good for your veins, maybe. Well, that's a stretch.
We'll
but
go with that.
We'll go with that. But we are going to be talking about veins because that's something that we're all going to have to deal with as we get older. You want to keep them healthy. And there are some new techniques that you can use to keep your veins in good shape.
That's right. We visited the Center for Advanced Vein Care, and they had some helpful advice.
Here at Center for Advanced Vein Care, we take care of patients that have issues related to their veins or lymphatic disease. Some places specialize in spider vein treatments or treatment for the cosmetic concern of their legs. What we like to concentrate on here is keeping people healthy, keeping people moving and walking, because a lot of times vein disease can interfere with your overall health by making you feel uncomfortable with doing normal everyday activities, such as hanging out with your kids on the beach for the day or going to Cedar Park or to the zoo with your grandchildren. So our primary concern here is how can vein disease be treated to help you do your normal activities and live a happier, healthier life?
How do you treat vein problems here?
The first thing that happens when someone comes in for an evaluation for their vein health is we look to see, first of all, if there is some vein disease. The first step is we get what's called a quick scan. And it is literally a quick scan of some of the major veins in their legs. And on that scan, we will be able to tell if there are larger veins causing problems, or if maybe your issues are more on the surface, those spider veins people talk about. Once that's determined, we will typically get a more complete scan, and that scan will show us where the problem starts, as well as what the veins look like on the inside. From that scan, we can determine what type of treatment is going to be best for your legs. The good news is the treatment for vein disease has changed dramatically in the last 20 years. It used to be that if you had bad vein disease, you had vein stripping surgery. And I've still yet had to hear from one person that vein stripping was a pleasant experience. Most people come in telling me they've avoided having vein treatment because they remember their grandmother or their mom or dad or even a friend that might have had vein stripping in the past and how horrible a procedure it was and how difficult the recovery time was.
What causes the vein disorders?
About 95% of the time, your vein disease is hereditary. A lot of people think about vein disease being related to weight issues or an injury that they might have had, and all of those things may play a role, but vein disease happens for many other reasons, including aging, jobs and activities where we sit and stand for a long period of time, and all of these different stressors combine to eventually make your veins not work as efficiently or effectively as they're supposed to. And as that happens, you start getting symptoms related to the veins not functioning properly.
When I think of compression, I think of the old lady stockings that we knew of when we were growing up.
Absolutely. You know, we used to think of compression as being told that now you're going to look like you have peg legs for the rest of your life, if you've ever heard that term. Or sometimes we think of compression as being the granny stockings. The reality is there are so many types of compression out there that are kind of catering to all of the activities we want to be doing in life. So I'm wearing compression today that most people would never think was compression. Compression now comes in different colors. It can be sheer. It can be something as simple as a red tie-dye compression. There's so many styles to choose from.
We all strive to have healthy skin and a healthy body. Enter Docere.
Which is a beautiful place. It's in Strongsville on Pearl Road. If you've driven by it, you've noticed a big, beautiful building, and it's just a great place for healing, wellness, all sorts of beauty treatments. And actually, the word Docere, we're told,
We looked it up.
is, yeah, pretty sure. It's Latin for healing, doctor, teaching, everything along those lines. And we're going to show you inside.
So the word docere is Latin, and it's the word that doctor was derived from. And we figured since we were going to go back to the old-time physician, we should go back to the root of the word doctor. We like to say we keep one foot in the past and one foot in the future. So we are a family medicine practice, and we practice the way that you think most doctors would. We use the latest technology, electronic health records. We have digital-based EKG and diagnostic equipment. But our practice is different than most traditional practice in the sense that we're a membership style practice. People refer to it as concierge or boutique practices. But the idea is we've gone down to a much smaller patient population. When we decided that we were going to make this a medical and aesthetic center, we had to really imagine what we wanted it to be. So in the center we have Dr. Zabalos, who does all the plastic surgery and the things that you would expect from a plastic surgeon, from breast augmentation to facelifts to the less invasive procedures like fillers and injectables, as well as bringing a medical spa in so that we can do medical services that are non-surgical, such as laser services, taking care of brown spots, taking care of fine lines and wrinkles with laser aesthetics rather than with surgical options.
Docere actually has 3 businesses that work together to really keep our clients feeling their best and looking their best. We have a primary care practice, we have a surgical practice, and then we have my part of the Docere Center, which is the minimally invasive non-surgical aesthetics, everything from injectables to skincare. We do a full range of facials, medical grade peels, jet peels, microdermabrasion, all of the things that really are good for your skin. Docere is located in a Tuscan-style villa. We actually are perched on a bluff over the metro parks. So we have a gorgeous patio, and clients especially enjoy relaxing there, listening to the stream while they wait for an appointment. Now, our newest line of treatments we call Body by Docere, and the cornerstone of that is a technology we call cool sculpting. It's for spot reducing to get at those muffin tops and love handles that we seem to acquire over the years, that are those very hard spots to get reduction, even with diet and exercise. We're unique in the area in that we actually have 2 cool sculpting machines, so we're able to provide dual treatments at the same time, which reduces treatment time by half. The other new procedure we have is called Selfina. It's a minimally invasive procedure that eliminates the dimples of cellulite. When we talk about new technology, often people talk about the equipment. Well, technology also resides in people, and one thing that we absolutely insist on is having our people receive the most training, the best training available in the field, and that they get lots of experience. We really have experts in what we do.
I think what differentiates us is the physician supervision and the physician involvement. Both Ray and I have our hands on all the protocols that occur in the building, even over the medical spa services. For instance, when it comes to laser services, You're not just going to come to the building and meet a marketing person or meet a technician. You're going to meet myself, and I'm going to make sure your skin's appropriate for the service that you're desiring, and we're going to develop a good customized plan, individual for every patient, whether it's fine lines and wrinkles, whether it's pigmentation and spots, or whether it's laser hair removal. Our patients are guaranteed an appointment whenever they call, and that appointment's going to be at least 30 minutes. We like to give attention not only to the problem that's presenting them, but to a complete preventative health review at every visit. I have direct contact with all my patients. They have my cell phone number that they can use at any time. When I am not in the office, and during the evenings or during weekends, I love to make house calls, so we'll visit our patients at their homes, try to keep them out of the emergency room, try to keep them out of the urgent cares.
When you come to Docere, you're not going to be oversold. If something's not right for you, we're not going to recommend it. We want to work with you and what your goals are to get you feeling your best and looking your best.
Joe Juniper is here, and Joe, tell me what it means to be estate grown.
Estate grown means we grow everything right here on site, right here on our farm. We specialize in varieties like Cabernet, Riesling, Pinot Noir, all these names that we know and love.
Ohio grapes, what's unique about growing Ohio grapes?
So we have what we call a 35% variable climate here. So from one year to the next, it can be really hot, really dry, or really cold and really wet. So to think 2016, real hot, real dry, big heavy cabs. This year, we're looking to do really good stuff with the whites.
Excellent.
Coming up, we're back on the road for our red, white, and brew tour. Next up, the Mattis Winery.
And celebrating life through art.
Holy Family Hospice is here to walk with you, to answer honestly those difficult questions. Let Holy Family Hospice be a part of your healthcare plan. Holy Family.
Serving the community for over 60 years.
Dreaming of new flooring? Shaw Floors will make it happen. With huge savings and 12 months free financing on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and more. Make your dreams come alive. It's the summer kickoff sale here at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse. We're on the road on our red, white, and brew tour.
That's right, and we are taking you along with us as we visit 2 wineries and a brewery, and right now we're at the Mattis Winery enjoying some red and whites.
Yes, white's very good. A
Yes.
little bit of peach in there.
Yeah,
Love
I'm a
it.
red girl, kind of dry. Love it. Love
Very,
it.
very good.
And we're going to talk more about this in just a moment, but right now let's talk functional medicine. It's a relatively new approach to how doctors treat patients.
That's true. They look at the environment around you and your family history to treat you.
So many of us think that there's a magic bullet out there that's going to fix us, but healing is actually a journey that we take that cultivates awareness of our choice and empowerment. We at the center try to create a community to validate that journey. It can be often frightening. People don't have support from their family as they make changes such as giving up certain foods or changing behaviors. Oftentimes they feel isolated and alone. So we feel community is important. And then the end is we want to support people to become their greatest self, to have full harmony of mind, body, and spirit.
So what is functional medicine?
Functional medicine is a relatively new form of medicine. It was founded by Dr. Jeffrey Bland, a nutritional biochemist, and it uses the lens of systems biology to evaluate how a person wound up with symptoms or disease. So if that term symptoms biology sounds unusual, basically what it means is we look at the various systems of the body, things like blood sugar handling, immune response, gastrointestinal health, nutrition, and hormones, to determine how a person's system may have become out of balance.
How does our environment affect our genes?
The way I like to think about it is we each are exposed to certain environmental input. We breathe toxins in the air, we eat certain foods, and the way the environment presses on our genes is unique to us, and it's how we fall down with disease. People don't realize that the environment interacts with the genes to create disease outcome. So 75% of our genes are actually modifiable. So as you look at your family history and you find out whether or not you have heart disease or diabetes, it's not necessarily a destination for you. You can actually modify your environmental inputs such as your food or whether you smoke or exercise, and those things will transform your genetic risk. I think food is probably one of the most powerful medicines there is. If you think about it, our gastrointestinal tract is the outside world on the inside. This is where we put our food. So our choices have a lot of information that it's feeding to our immune system, trying to decide, did we make the right choice? Are we going to have an inflammatory reaction to what we're eating? So when you change foods to more natural foods or whole foods, you reduce inflammation, which reduces your risk for chronic disease. By avoiding those types of inputs, we can transform an individual's health about 80% of the time. So what we find in the field of functional medicine is that underneath all disease is a common process called inflammation, and it tends to settle in a person's vulnerable area. We were talking earlier about environment-gene interactions and how the environment pushes on us and causes us to fall down in different ways. But underneath that energy of falling down is this burning fire of inflammation. And that's where the main frontier of functional medicine works on how can we identify the modifiable causes of inflammation and then develop strategies to turn it off. When you enter the Center for Hope and Healing, you're greeted by the angels of hope and compassion. They support you as you look within and decide what are the choices I may need to make about my life. You're asking yourself, am I willing to take the winding, grinding, painful, but ecstatic journey into, through, and out of the self? So if you have a community that validates the changes you're making, that supports you, such as our Joy of Change Community Circle that we offer here, it's an arena where you can feel supported by other like-minded people on the journey with you. The goal of a healing journey is to cultivate the foundations for healing. By this I mean the development of self-awareness. Things like what you put in your mouth, the way you laugh, the way you cry, the quality of your relationships, the way you manage stress. These inputs have a huge impact on your health. So as we help people develop awareness, they become empowered as a result of that. They develop the courage and confidence to make the changes they need to make in their health. These, I believe, are the foundations for healing.
That is a great idea for medicine. I think that's where we're headed in the future.
I think you're right, and I had never heard about it before, so I'm learning a lot. Right now, though, we are taking you on our Red, White, and Brew tour. We're visiting a couple wineries and a brewery. We're at Mattis Winery right now, and we thank them for giving us some great choices.
And we have to thank Eric and Judy from Scarlet Transportation, because we're not driving. Yeah, Eric is doing the driving, but they put together this adventure tour for us. Actually, they are Scarlet Transportation and Adventure Tours.
At Scarlet Transportation and Adventure Tours, our goal is to help you and your friends discover all the wonderful places that surround us here in Ohio. We started touring in spring of 2015, and we've developed some great relationships with all the local wineries and breweries. We decided to turn our hobby of visiting Ohio wineries and breweries into our family business. We've done the research, so now it's your turn to relax and enjoy the day and leave the driving to us. At Scarlet Transportation and Adventure Tours, we also offer family fun. We do ghost tours in the month of October, we do Christmas light tours in December, and we also offer covered bridge tours throughout the year.
We offer our buses on an hourly basis for concerts, bachelorette parties, and we also offer wedding transportation. The opportunities are endless. Visit us at our website for details on all our adventure tours and transportation services.
Your adventure is a phone call away.
And Eric and Judy chose a very special place for Amy and me on our red, white, and brew tour. This is the Mattis Winery. Bob Mattis, partner Kelly.
Yes.
You guys do everything here. You grow your own grapes, you make the wine, and you win a lot of awards.
Yes, we do.
And I must say, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's a lot of work, a labor of love.
It is, but Cleveland Hot List 2 years in a row. Your wines are so good, they actually wear their medals on some of the bottles. Tell me about your favorite. Brag a little bit.
Brag a little bit. Our favorite is probably the Frontenac, which is a grape that we grow here. It's aged in bourbon barrels, and we're pretty famous for our Purple Haze, which is a sweet red.
And your atmosphere is just perfect. I mean,
Very laid back.
Yes, and I really feel like my blood pressure is down a little bit just by being here.
That could be the wine.
Yeah, the wine's not bad either. Bob, thank you to you and Kelly.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Coming up, we're getting back on the bus and headed to Avon, our last stop on our red, white, and brew tour.
And do you have a story relating to health or wellness? We'd love to hear about it. Visit us at theweeklypulse.com.
Kick off the summer at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center. Whatever your budget, Shaw Floors will fit your style. Carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and more. And up to 12 months free financing. The savings are huge, and it's going on now at Carpet Country Flooring and Design Center.
When someone you love has been diagnosed with a life-limiting illness, Holy Family Hospice offers comfort, hope, and support. We know it's a priority to spend time with loved ones in the comfort of your own home. Holy Family.
Serving the community for over 60 years.
Welcome back to the Weekly Pulse. We're on the final stop of our red, white, and brew tour. Keyword being brew. We're at the Avon Brewing Company.
And if you like beer, this is the place to be. They have so many unique offerings. King Coconuts.
This is a beer martini.
Amazing.
Who knew?
Definitely trying that one.
Yes, we're going to tell you how it tastes a little bit later.
Yeah, and you know, part of our show tonight is really focusing on lifestyle, getting rid of stress, spending time with family and friends. And this next lady, she's beautiful inside and out.
And her name is Sharon, and boy is she ever, just a great person. She's the owner of Castello di Amore.
What is the name of this beautiful place and what does it mean?
Castello di Amore is the castle of love. It has brought in a lot of artistry and architecture. The home is perfect for art, wine tasting, music. We've totaled probably 4 times a year an art show, showing paintings, watercolors, sculptures, anything to promote art.
When people come here, what can they expect?
As you come up the cobblestone driveway, you come to the porte-cochere. It is a beautiful design. It brings you into a home that could be very austere, but at the same time, when you walk into the home, it becomes very warm. When you walk through the home, you'll feel a sense of artistry surrounding you. It's architecture in motion, it's art that surrounds you. It provides a place of absorption into art. When you're looking at some of the art visually, you feel the sense of some of the smells of cooking. We hear the sense of music. It is the beauty of all 5 senses that you feel at Castello di Amore.
Tell me how you use this house to promote the arts.
We've had many, many wine tastings with Belvino Wine Industries and distributing companies. It was a beautiful wine tasting because it was combined as a sensual experience with some of the art and the local artists that have presented here. We've had oil paintings, we've had watercolors, we've had sculptures. It is phenomenal. We've had Dancing with the Stars here, which is another form of art. We try to combine, the art of tastings and the art of what we see visually, but also auditory. We've had musicians, we've had Conklin Trio, we've had Carlos, the Spanish guitarist, just a lot of different intermixing of art. It is a way to open up doors for artists that have not been open before. My background stems from l'École des Beaux-Arts and University of Bordeaux. I studied in France. That's always been my passion, was art. And I love to support local artists, and it's always been a passion.
So when you bring it all together, it's truly about the art of love.
Art goes to many different levels. There's the art of love between a man and a woman. There's a art of love between a musician and his instrument, a painter with their paintbrush. I believe that Castello de Amore provides a touch to your heart and your very soul in all your five senses. That is why I want to share it with others.
Matthias Hauk with the Avon Brewery Company is here. This is a family affair, truly.
Absolutely. We're here with my brother-in-law Dan, Brian, and my father-in-law Ken Weaver.
Hello.
We opened this place together last August.
And you guys have been wildly successful because you offer so many unique brews.
We do. For being so young, we typically have about 12 beers on tap, and we really focus on local ingredients right here in Avon and the surrounding communities.
Not just the beer, that's the star of the show, but also the food.
Absolutely. People may come for the beer, but they're going to stay for the food. Brian is our chef, and he does a really great job of turning the pub fare to a high-end twist.
Enjoyable. If you or someone you know has a vein condition and would like more information on treatment options, visit the Center for Advanced Vein Care at yourhealthyveins.com. If you would like more information on a concierge physician, non-surgical procedures, or beauty treatments, visit Docere Medical Spa and Laser Center at doceremedspa.com. To consult with Dr. Sprecher about a holistic approach to your health, visit northeastohiofunctionalmedicine.com, your center for hope and healing. If you would like to get in contact with Sharon at the Castello de Amore, visit us at theweeklypulse.com. Book your next adventure with Scarlet Transportation and Adventure Tours at scarlettransportation.com or call 440-695-0419. Thanks for joining us for the Weekly Pulse this week, and we want to thank Scarlet Transportation and Adventure Tours.
And they took us on quite the adventure.
Yes, they did.
2 wineries and now a brewery.
And they'll need to take us home.
Yes, they will be taking us home, and because this was so good.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you pick a
I
favorite?
think I like the King Coconut.
And I'm liking the Kongtini, which is a beer martini. Second choice is the blonde.
The blonde.
Gotta go with the blonde.
Not partial, right?
No.
All right, we'll see you, everybody.
Bye-bye. It was a really neat lady.
I can't look at you.
I think that's the future.
I'm sorry.